Stop.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R.R. Stenberg. With you, of course, Captain Morgan, without the SS Poop Deck.
It
because
sunk.
it sunk.
It sunk.
It sunk into the mud. I have to resurrect it from the mud.
That sucks.
It's okay.
No poop deck, yeah.
No poop
So
deck today.
this is a beach sailor. Beach podcaster.
Yeah. So it lurks in the mud.
Poop.
And
Poop deck.
Yeah. So, Dave, how's things going?
Let's see what I watched this week. I watched St. Maud. It's an A24. The Studio A24. St. Maud is great. And that director, she did another one just recent. It's with Kristen Stewart and this bodybuilder.
Wait, Kristen Stewart's the bodybuilder?
No, she's the one jumping up and down on the bodybuilder female.
Oh.
Ed Harris is in it. It's really fucking good.
Well, it's good. I've been watching some cranky Canadian production, kind of like Twilight Zone kind of thing, where they have this like town in Akron, Ohio, or something, like some small town in Akron, Ohio, that they have like this. It's an industry town, and they have like a CERN-like collider underneath, and it has like retro early 80s, and each episode is some kind of weird tale of people's interaction with the strangeness in the town from the from the accelerator and stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. It's about as interesting as some Canadian television can be, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, science-y thing under... Yeah, the scientists are out to get us, not the capitalists. No, don't worry about that. It's those facts that are going to get us.
Yeah.
Get the facts away from you. Don't let them get near you with their facts. Well, okay. This podcast ain't political or nothing. You don't even want to get involved in that shit, right? But it seems like tornado season's coming early this year.
Is it? Yeah.
You haven't noticed?
Why is that
How can you
political?
avoid them? Well, because it's good. Yeah, oddly enough, it is. Because I brought up this. They said it was global warming back in '89 when President Bush Sr. said there wasn't enough study, and all the scientists went, there isn't. So let's go get it, right? So they caught every glacier on the planet, and they found first time since you can get like as far back as we can get. They all melt, yes, at times, but they don't all melt at once. So they are all melting at once. So this is definitely new, and it's happened since Industrial Revolution, actually. So
there's the distinction between global warming and climate change.
No, it just said it was happening, and I mentioned it to a guy, and he pushed back like, I don't believe in that, like it was a religion, and I went, oh, that's weird. I didn't expect people would say. I thought, okay, it's in. Let's go do something right now.
Well, I think where the political, as Lenin says, everything is political, or you can make a political argument out of everything. And I think the current is that we can't tax ourselves out of this. I mean, we can pretend to tax ourselves out of this.
Oh no, we're not getting out of this.
But we're not. It'll just be another excuse for a tax burden, which is the political wing of this argument.
Yeah. Well, they blame us. They blame us for plastic. We make plastic. We're not recycling it right. It's just because that's just shoving it off on us. So we could make it the fucking shit. Knock it off.
In the words of St. George, maybe the Earth wants plastic.
Yeah, well, maybe
they needed humans to make it.
It's absorbing it in a big way. Nice little pellets everywhere.
We're absorbing it.
Plastic, you're soaking in it.
I know. I got microplastic in my scrotum.
I know.
It's residual.
It's in my stool. It's plastic in my stool.
It's true. This is true.
Look, dig around. See? It's a little pellet. I can't even see the shit. Unless you get a telescope, that'd be kind of fun, right? Ooh, this one's blue. It's blue and green. They're all different colors.
Now, if we're like so inundated, could we get so inundated with plastic that it would actually change the ecosystem of the Earth, to actually color the Earth,
No,
color the oceans, color the sky?
nothing's permanent. I mean, everything gets induction. Like everything goes back into the. It doesn't matter what we do because the plant's going to swallow it all and then bring it back up. Everything's been inducted except this one area in northwestern Australia. So they have some
Oh, you're talking about
original surface rocks. I mean, everything else has been inducted. It
inducted and
back.
subduction. Yeah, kind of the continental.
When they
places.
found it, they went, "Whoa, this is nuts!" Because they always thought that the ocean should be full of silt. Finally, the amount, but it was like, where is it? It's like self-cleaning. It all just kind of just
recycles.
Yeah, it's induction. There's so much shit going on. Like it's not just a couple of things. It's like a ton of things.
Yes.
Plate tectonics. We need that. We need all this. Well, for us, I think.
And again, as St. George Carlin always says, like this. Yeah, we're not making the Earth. We're not going to.
Okay.
We're not going to hurt the Earth. We're just going to hurt hurt humans' ability to exist on the Earth. That's what the whole issue is. But anyway.
So that's it. That's comments below for the nobody who watches us. Okay.
Got a nice new toy here.
What the fuck?
Courtesy of Dave. A Linux operating system laptop
Linux
computer to replace my iPad, which I hate.
Which I hate. Which is stupid.
It is stupid.
Albert is stupid. It's stupid. It's so stupid.
But,
all right. How about if I just? Oh, finally! Fucking. Watch. This is Mike Cott. Watch. He's got nothing. He's just gonna stare at you.
We are not alone.
The Mike Cott podcast.
Yes.
Okay. Ready? Here we go. Oh, maybe. Let's see. See if he's got anything this week. And now, Mike Cott. Mikey!
Ah, look at that. Look at that. Bright and sunny up in
And choppy.
New Hampshire. Look at that.
Hey. Better now. Okay, you're inside today.
Yeah, that's because the poop deck sank.
Can you hear me?
Sank into
No,
the
not
mud.
really.
Oh, is that what happened?
Turn up the... No.
You're choppy. I mean, something wrong with your connection.
Yeah, he's too far from his server, I guess. That's usually my problem.
Might be too far. Yeah, this might not work. It was an experiment.
It's nice, though. It's nice background.
Working.
Yeah, if you don't, just
Yeah.
don't move. It'll look great. Don't move. Don't talk. He's probably halfway through his porch. We just don't know it. Oh, there he is.
Mike sent me a picture of something his son found on the beach. It looked like the skull cap to a reptilian. Like there are reptilians amongst us. Had like a nice crest and two eyes. Looked very alien.
It's a sea monster.
But
It looked
when
like a sea-
I've been walking a lot.
It looked like
lately
a sea turtle to me, but
what's? Hey.
it looked like a sea turtle to me, but I didn't think they were in Maine until I read about it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's that. Well, I've been like I was saying, been seeing a lot of squished turtles on the road, and there's a very similar bone structure to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's sea turtles even wash up in Narragansett Bay once in a while.
I saw one on a whale watch. That was
Yeah,
cool.
man, I can kind of understand Narragansett Bay because that's in the Gulf Stream, but the Gulf of Maine is kind of isolated, but colder too, a lot colder.
But it's great,
Gulf of Maine is cold,
Did he take it or did he just leave it there?
No, I think they left it there.
But it's pretty cool. You could like fix it to your
He's
hat.
working with a. He's working. He got a job with a local kayak touring company.
Oh, he got that job. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. He just started in. He said the first tour was these three women in their 70s, right? Oh. Hey, Mike.
Mike!
Hey, how you doing?
See,
Hey,
I
what
gotta
do you
put up
guys?
with every week.
Good.
Yes, I know. We're all like that. Yeah,
It
we're
takes
all
like
giving them
it takes a half an hour to
the
launch
business.
this thing. This is like
Yes.
a choppy video and
Orbiting high above the earth, we have Mike Kennedy.
yeah.
We had Mike Kennedy. So, Mike, you were saying the first 4 customers of your son, all right, first 4.
Bye.
Yeah,
Oh, he's gone now.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. There we go. Doesn't even make a sense. You're coming in like shit.
Oh.
The guy doesn't even make one move to give a fuck. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Frozen Mike all day.
Or inside. Yeah, this stinks.
This stinks.
Yeah, get this.
That's the title of this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a title.
All right. Thank you.
Navigation. Trying to navigate. Navigating. Navigation. Pink room.
You know, this is
Yeah,
not
cool.
noticeably better.
Red rum. Red rum.
Mike!
Pink room.
I can't see you, Mike. Mike,
What's going on, boys?
we can't see you, man.
There he
Oh,
is.
you
see me?
You're coming
there
in
he
and
is.
out. I don't know why
All
you're
right,
coming
let
in
me
and
get
out.
rid of this. I gotta start over again.
Yeah, start over.
Okay. How do I get out of here?
Yeah, they came with.
Awesome.
These are identical too.
Oh,
So,
Dave's showing us. Mike, we got new toys. You and I. I'll bring yours by.
He's not.
Oh, yeah?
He's not.
Oh, he's gone.
He's not Mike. Mike, it's Yosemite. You got the Rocky Mountains.
The Rocky Mountains, very nice.
That's you, man.
Very nice.
That's part of the thing I do.
Ah,
I
that's
try
what
to-
you do.
That's what I do. Like I got piles of these fucking things. I got them everywhere.
I know stickers are a thing. You go to all these like merch shops everywhere, and there's piles of stickers.
I bought them
That they-
online.
Ah,
I think it was. You put a watch eBay. You put a watch on it. It says, "Yeah, best offer." Just put a little heart on it and wait, and you get emails say, "How about this price? How about this price?"
ah.
You know. I think that's what these were. I think they were like 60. And well, that's too much. You know, I said, "Well, I'll watch." And then I think they finally said the right price to me. Like, how about $48? So, yeah, all right. I'll take 2. Because they basically there's a lot. The guy's got like 40 of them, all identical from a school system. These are from a school, you can tell, because they even got like
Sure, yeah.
Shit they
oh,
wrote
yeah.
on it.
I mean,
Right.
it must be
And it's
millions
got
of them
like,
out there.
the kid. I don't know what he was.
Because what do they like? Buy them every other year? They buy a new batch of them
No
every
idea.
other something like
These 8 years old or 7 or 6. I think it's 6.
that.
They got like
So
the
Dave, when you go,
the weakest processor going.
So you were relating a story, Mike,
hear me?
about your
Oh,
son's
okay. Yeah, I was just going to say
experience
he
with.
did a tour. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was his first tour he did with a small group of elderly women, and they were in their mid-70s. He said, and he said they paddled for like 8 to 9 hours, 2 days in a row. These women.
Nice.
He said he was tired, you know, and I thought that was pretty amazing, you know.
Gives us hope, Mike.
Yeah, right.
I'm not paddling shit. I will get one of those little motorboats though. That'd be cool. Those
Yeah.
little yeah, that's me. Motorboat Dave now.
Well, that's pretty impressive, and I'm glad he's got that job. That sounded like a really great thing.
Yeah, we'll see how busy he is. You know, I don't know how busy it's going to be out there. Probably for a couple months. You know.
Is this his own
Be real
thing, or does
busy.
he work for an outfit?
No. There's just like there's like a 2-man operation out there
Okay.
called it's like a Stonington kayak company or something.
Good old Stonington.
So,
I haven't
just
been
small.
there in years. Since the Unity days.
Yep. So that's where he found that piece of bone. You know, I was showing you.
Piece of bone?
Oh yeah, I didn't send it to you too.
What piece of bone?
he found a piece of bone on an island out there, and it looked to me like sea turtle, you know.
Well,
It was a
But
reptilian
I
skull
didn't
cavity,
realize sea turtle.
evidence of a reptilian overlord washed up on the shore.
It's daddy.
That's what it looked like, you know.
It's a missing link.
But I didn't realize sea turtles. I didn't realize sea turtles made their way into the Gulf of Maine, you know.
well, yeah,
So
they're all over the place. You got them in Rhode Island.
that's cold water.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's Gulf Stream, though, you know.
yeah. But yeah, they're all over the place. They travel.
I've seen sea turtles in
Walk
Narragansett
over.
Bay. I've seen them.
But like Mikey
But
said,
that's
that's warm
Gulf
water.
Stream. That's coming up from the Gulf, you know. Gulf of Maine is like isolated coolness, you know. I don't even think it barely gets above 50, you know.
Ah, tell me about it. Even the 4th of July
what's
on Old Orchard Beach, the water is chilly, but still worth going in.
Fucking sea turtle, man. They just look at something and says, "Can I eat it?" I can. I can eat anything. That's why they're fucking eating a straw because
They're eating like plastic
yeah stuff
6-pack rings and stuff like that.
Right. Because up until now everything in the ocean was a go.
Yes.
Didn't even matter
There was a time when everything was a go.
until the plastic showed
Until
up. and it's
plastic
like,
showed, yeah.
this is it.
Exactly.
You can't eat this.
Now they have plastic in their scrotum too.
You got it everywhere.
We're just discussing.
Don't
before
forget your
you're-
banana slang, man.
The what? Well, we're just discussing
forget your
how
banana
the
slang.
prevalence of plastic on Earth, how it's going to change the environment, how it's going to change the world, how it's changing us. And we're talking about the words of St. George Carlin about, maybe the Earth wants plastic. That's why it got around to us, because this is how the Earth gets plastic.
There's plastic in my stool. Remember the title too.
But anything.
not a good
Anyway.
title.
Plastic in my stool.
It's a plastic world. Plastic soul.
It's a plastic world, and we just live in it. We just provide it. Next thing you know, instead of silicon-based or carbon or silicon, it'll be like plastic-based life forms. But I guess it's kind of carbon-based
I never asked
in
all
its
the
own
plastic.
sense,
Yeah.
Right?
For 2 years of my life, I delivered milk in glass, and I took the glass bottles back. We washed them, and then took them back out to you.
Yes.
So I did my part. I did some part anyway. That's a lot of plastic that didn't get used.
Hey, you had some company up there, Mike. You had like the Boeing Starliners fly by, and then
crashing
you had
into anything.
Did you see it? It didn't
Boy, you can get it.
And then we had the Starship too was up there. Well, it came back down too. That was like their first successful launch of the Starship.
Yeah, I wish Elon would go to Mars already.
So yay for private space enterprise this week.
Yeah,
I guess, right?
Yeah. Big,
That
big
happens when
step
you don't
forward.
tax anybody. The billionaires get to be in the fucking space program.
Sure.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
I'd rather we did it as a society than a couple of rich guys. Anyway,
No.
Well, I think they dropped the ball on this. I think.
yeah, it's over. That's done.
I think that
done now.
NASA really dropped the ball on space exploration.
It wasn't
But-
NASA. NASA just didn't get the money. They didn't get the money because we weren't taxing rich people. Thank you, Ronald Reagan. That's what.
Okay.
That's how this all happened.
Everything.
This is how we
NASA's
do it.
done a really bang up job, especially when you pair them to private space. Some gullible people think that NASA brought humans to the moon over 50 years ago, but we're looking at private companies going, hey, they went up and came back down. Hey, private space is better than NASA.
Hey, they didn't blow up. That's coming. That's going to be a news day, boy.
No one's saying they're better than NASA, but it seems like NASA is really kind of like, and maybe it's probably right.
Oh, no.
It's probably for lack of funding and lack of initiative, lack of,
And they've been putting
ambition,
they've been
Lack
putting
of-
their
stuff
effort.
like that.
Lack of
Oh,
an
yeah.
advertising
Or-
agency pushing your end.
Yeah, but
That's
They've
all.
been-
Poor
It is.
NASA doesn't. Poor NASA doesn't have enough
They got
money.
no PR, George. That's why.
Also, NASA's been putting
Yeah,
their
NASA's
emphasis
been
in
just-
robots rather than
That's it.
in
That's
space.
fucking ghetto.
NASA rhymes with
That's
ass.
fucking ghetto.
Good old NASA. Can you turn the volume up just a little bit on this? I can't.
So it's better.
They got enough
It's
money.
their fault,
That's
man.
fucking
This
ass.
Smarter.
this could be.
It's
This is
smarter to
This
to
is
focus
terrible.
on satellite exploration.
These guys are doing whatever, you know. Okay, whatever. You know? Look at this shit.
It's going-
Yeah, these fucking guys are there.
We're not. It's not. We're not.
Yeah, we
it's
are.
just- no, we're not.
This is probably our best show yet. I think I'm having a great time.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Cheers, man.
awful.
What do you guys know that I don't know?
Because
You're watching the show from
you're watching
here.
your computers kick in and out
I know,
like
you're-
a fucking light show at a
Yeah.
concert. You know.
You know, the audio and the video are going back and forth.
So your face, your eyeball, your whatever the fuck, then it goes away.
You know, after the podcast,
You'll
we'll
see
get
later
the,
when I post this online for the world to see.
You know, after the podcast, when you get Google and they say, "How was the audio? How was the video?" You ever get that? Do you answer that?
Oh, yes. I do all the time.
If you stay on, if you stay on long enough, you'll get this thing from
Right.
Google, and it says, "How was it?" And you got to pick 1 through 5 stars. You got to rate the audio and the video, and I always rate it low so that it'll get better.
You would think. That's what you would think.
If they
Well,
actually
yeah,
cared
We'll
about
get
your
right
opinion,
on it,
that would
Mike.
work.
We'll just...
But you don't know
Well,
it's
it's all we
it's
can
you.
do.
It's
No.
not them. It's your equipment.
It's all we can do.
I
It's
know.
all we can do. We're doing all we can do here.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
What do you want
It's like
for free?
voting for RFK. It's all we
Yeah.
can do.
It didn't cost a fucking dime. They give us all this shit. You know? All we want is everything about you. So so we can get an ad at you.
What more can we ask?
Well, let me ask you this. How many
We're doing what we
times
can do.
have you watched last week's video?
Watched what?
What
Zero.
video?
0. Okay. So
What
that
video?
means Dave and George watched it 5 times each.
What, Mike? Watched what?
Last week's video. How many
Oh.
times did you watch it?
Oh, the views? You're talking about views?
I won.
Yeah.
I watched once.
I watch. I got to see if it worked.
Yeah. How many times? 9 times?
No. It's once.
So that's 1. So we got 10 views. So that's 9. That means Dave watched 9 times.
Yeah. I'm seeing if
I can
the
see
audio's
that.
right.
I can
Yeah.
see that. Gotta eat the peaches and watch.
I
And you gotta eat the beans and watch again.
I pay.
And the beans.
It's worse. I actually pay for. I pay for views, which is a thing. There are
Red
people-
Sox news.
Yeah, I guess they.
You
I
have
don't
some
know.
Red Sox news?
No. But the Celtics are doing
Jamie
good.
Jamie Westbrook. You hear that name yet?
Oh, that guy. He can catch a ball like nobody.
Am I talking baseball?
No, it's like
Celtics.
it's like what baseball should be though. It's like this guy played 11 years in the minors.
Baseball should be exciting.
11 years in the minors. Like comes up in a clutch play, right?
He clutches the balls.
Yeah, I like it when they get it in the
He ends up
nutsack.
walking, right? He ends up walking.
Now I'm
But
watching.
he gets his first hit in Fenway Park, right?
Nice.
He's not one of these guys traded for, $300 million here, whatever, from another team, has absolutely no loyalty, comes up 11 years through the farm
Right.
system, right? Gets his first hit in
Put on
Fenway.
a show,
Yeah,
man.
oh, well, you
These guys
got
are
me.
talking sports.
I'm
man.
listening.
I thought you were having a real
I hear
reaction.
about the story.
I thought I was going to have to call 911.
It's like
Call 911.
it's like a great American story,
Oh,
There's a
kid.
dude. There's
Hey.
a dude like that. There's a
You're
story like that.
affecting the health of the show.
Boston Bruins. There's this kid. Like he grew up playing hockey and always wanted to play for the Bruins, and he lived in the Boston area, and now he's on the team.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Look
Yeah,
at him.
this dude Jamie Westbrook's from Massachusetts.
And none of
you know?
his teeth are real.
Wow,
Came
that's cool.
up through the farm. That's the way it should be,
Yeah.
Cut out trading completely.
So
Those
did
fuckers have no loyalty to the team. You know.
Right.
Mikey,
So,
when they get the
when
team,
you
they
get here-
become local. They buy a house here and they hang out. So they're
Yeah.
local.
Then they get traded 2 years. They get traded a year later, or they get hurt, and
We
they
want
just
them to be
collect the money.
prisoners. You can't leave Boston ever. You have to stay here,
You put
or
them-
you ain't from here. Or you ain't even, you
You
got
put
nothing
the
to do
money
with
in
here
the farm system.
without being
Right.
here all
That's
the time.
what I don't
It's
like about sports.
It's like
That's
it-
the one thing I don't like about the sports, though. It's
That's
like
why-
there's no loyalty.
It's like any
there's no
city.
home
There's
team.
always like a coming
That's why I
and going.
can't-
of
that's
the
why I can't pick a
population.
home
The
team.
population's evolving. People coming
Right.
and going too. So
I just want
I always ask, is there anybody from Boston on the team? Is there anybody from Rhode Island on the
Well,
team?
they're all from Rhode Island or Boston. When
can
they get
fix
the
that,
job, Mike,
you
they
know,
move
they just-
in.
then they represent.
Not the
Yeah, they
same.
move in, but it's
They got a house
they
and
move
everything.
in, but it's like, but it's for a
Registered
year,
to vote.
and then they get traded to the Houston Astros.
So
you know.
sometimes there's a guy from Rhode Island and he's playing for Seattle. So Seattle's the home team.
Seattle's nice. I'd rather play for Seattle. Seattle's cool.
Well, whatever. But sometimes they're playing for Houston. What was that guy? Rocco was playing for the Devil Rays down in Florida.
I know what you're talking about. I agree.
There wasn't anybody from New England at the time. There wasn't anybody from New England on the Boston team. Not one person. And there was a guy from Rhode Island on the Devil Rays. So that was the home team.
There is sports.
They can fix
There are teams that are purely from here. It's usually like high school, like in Indiana, they're crazy about basketball, and then there's a state championship. There are like in Indiana, how many high schools are in Indiana, right? And they're all obsessed with fucking basketball, and they play all year. And then there's a state champion. It's a Super Bowl of fucking basketball,
Right.
right? And they're all local.
And
Like
football and
you know,
everything
You ever been
else.
down south?
did you ever see
You
that
ever been
movie
down south
Hoosiers?
with
Did you ever
Where
see
they had nothing
Hoosiers?
about high school football? It was in Georgia, in this little town, Tifton, Georgia, way down on the Florida border, and they don't even give a fuck about NFL. All their newspapers, they're all talking about the high school football and the high school football stars and his fucking biography and all this bullshit. They
Not
sell
just
out their
Georgia.
stadium every Friday night.
Yeah,
The
it's
guys
like
are
that
talking in the
most
barber shop or the
small
diner
town
in the morning. They're not
America.
talking about NFL. They're talking about high school football.
The girls softball team from Johnston fucking kicked ass this year. They got pretty close to the state championship. That was a big deal for a while. They were undefeated and shit. That's all local girls from here. The pitcher was pretty awesome.
people
you ever
feed-
see them?
people
they do
feed
that
on that
spin.
stuff. That's what people want.
yeah,
They
with
want
the
a
softball
local
underhand
team,
like that.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
and the pitcher is like, you could tell she could kick your ass. It's like she's one of those women.
Yeah. Now if they can only do it in their underwear. I mean, I'm sorry.
Hey! This is a family thing, I think.
Oh, that lingerie football. The lingerie
No
league.
underwear. There'll be no underwear.
Sorry. Uh-oh.
YouTube don't like underwear. Can't say underwear on YouTube.
It's the Dave and George.
That's what people want to hear, though. They want to see the local guys.
I know, but you can't. People want to hear that
It
shit.
happens, though. That's why I was talking about this guy, Jamie Westbrook. Come up 11 years he spent. Fucking.
He paid his dues.
And in his second game, he got a homer.
Got a homer.
Got a homer.
I get it.
I don't know
Pretty
if
awesome.
I'm baked or this is funny.
The thing is, they can
How
fix
can we
that
make
shit.
sense
They
out
can
of
put the
this?
money.
That's-
They can
I-
put the money.
I-
They
I
can put the
can't
money in the
really
farm
post-
system, right, and fix that shit.
Yeah, after I watch it
Support
9
these
times, I
guys,
start to
right?
understand.
Support these guys in the farm system.
That's all I see.
Give
what
them more
happened.
money.
That's
You
why I
know?
went south.
Instead, they just they see superstars.
I went to when the Paw
Wanda
Sox.
Franco.
I think
Wanda
there's two
Franco.
different
You hear about that guy?
podcasts going on
Oh, yeah,
there.
it's definitely.
He's one of these. He's one of these young superstars. Hundreds of $1 million contract. Played for Tampa Ray.
I got a lot of equipment.
He played 1 year. He was a superstar shortstop.
Yeah, I'm
All of a
working
sudden,
this audio show.
he comes from the Dominican Republic, right?
I
All
learn
of a
something new
sudden,
every video.
Well, I
there's a
like to convert
14-year-old girl in the
my
Dominican Republic
participation
saying he was
through
inappropriate
this
with him, right?
next week.
He's never going to play baseball
Whatever.
again.
Yeah.
Never
You
going to
could
play.
do both. You could have 2.
Mhm.
Ooh.
A A lot of people from Dominican Republic in Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
They're crazy for
Definitely.
baseball down there.
they love it. They love it down there.
Yeah.
They're good too.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna
got
get
to
that
work.
home team.
Got to work with a couple of Dominican guys. They were really cool.
They make baseball players.
Yep.
Yep.
Make pretty good. Well, they were construction laborers. They make
Japan.
pretty good
Japanese
construction
players.
laborers too.
Fucking Japan loves fucking baseball.
Hard working. Yeah.
A lot of shit.
Baseball is good.
Yeah.
I like sports. I'm not crazy about watching sports or following it, but I think it's wonderful. I think everybody should be involved as much as they can.
I like
It's good.
playing it.
It's
I
good for everybody.
I used to love fucking volleyball.
Volleyball's fun.
Yeah, I could
I
slam.
like watching beach. I like watching beach volleyball.
Boom. Yeah, like
On one hand, it's great competition. On the other hand, it's lotion. You know. So.
one time I hit the ball up like that, right? And my fingernails were too long. Yeah, right down the middle. I got,
Oh yeah, when you.
Right
Yeah,
here.
when
It's
you
just
jam
hanging.
your
Like you-
finger. Oh, I did
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna
playing
have to go get some
basketball.
weed.
It's fine,
I gotta
like
keep
this.
up with these
It's in
guys.
my fingernails.
Well, did you ever jam your finger?
Put them together, man.
Basketball or
These guys- these
volleyball?
guys-
Put them together.
That's fun,
Well,
man.
I
They
stepped
can
on
have
a
their own
basketball,
podcast.
right on the court. It got taken away from me. I
Hey, how'd your
stepped on a
tent work out?
basketball. I went launching in the air,
Good.
and my knee hit the parquet
Yeah,
It's
and
not-
stopped.
yeah.
And the rest of my body kept going.
Keeps the skeets
Yeah,
up.
and I got.
Yeah.
I had a basketball for a knee
Yeah.
for like a week.
It's gonna be great for like
Yeah,
you know,
basketball's
you go to a
great.
campsite and you don't want to just
I like
hang in
playing
your
on
tent.
grass. Anything
you know,
on- like I play football on grass.
If it's raining
Then I wouldn't
and
play
there's
for
bugs, you can just go in there
I
and
did it again. No, it was
have
just too
have a
slow.
place you could cook and
Yeah.
eat in there, not people, you know, like especially if you
Yeah.
gotta like if you're in a place where you can't have a fire, you know, and you gotta be you know, leave no trace situation.
Mhm.
You cook with your gas stove. You cook right in that tent. It's great.
Doesn't hurt it at all.
No, it's big enough. You know, if
Okay.
you're using a gas stove, you can just cook right in there, eat be in peace without being by bugs.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's about 2 pounds. It's not that heavy.
And can fit a ham in there.
Yeah, yeah, but you can't. I don't think I can fit my my hammock, my drum mower in there. But like a regular hammock, you can fit in there.
Yep.
Your war bonnet would work, and it will leave you room to have a chair in there and a little space for your stuff, and you know, so you can hang.
So, Dave, what's happening in the sky tonight? Anything interesting?
Let them leave that be.
They're reviewing camping equipment.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing.
Anyway.
What are you guys
Oh
doing?
yeah, sure. Stop talking now. All right, what?
That's all right, man. Go ahead.
Felt like we were losing you there.
Uh,
Boring talk of camping equipment.
Well, it was that, but I mean, what the fuck? At least it was talking.
Cedar, Mike was telling about Cedar's got a great new job, and out of Stonington,
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
and
Yeah, I mean, I don't
good
think
for
it's,
him, man.
it's,
He's
you know,
like a
it's seasonal.
kayak
you know,
guide
Seasonal.
for the summer. Still, that's wonderful. Good for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a dream job for a kayaker for sure. You know.
Yep.
It's funny though. He's worried that it'll like make him like he'll be doing kayaking so much work it'll make him not really enjoy kayaking on his own. You know.
Maybe not this year, but you know.
Do they
Right.
paddle out to Devil's Island out there?
Oh yeah, they do all kinds of. He's been to Devil's Island. Yeah, he's they go to all the islands out there. Yeah,
Swan's Island.
there's a lot of them. There's
Yeah.
a lot of islands out there. It's a maze of islands out there.
There's a few of them that have fresh water. Only a few of them.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a wonderful summertime job.
Yeah, he's taking his guide test in July, I think. It's a tough test, though. It's tough.
Sure, yeah. It's
Good,
a
it
lot
ought
of
to be.
responsibility.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's a tough test. A lot of people have to take it 2 or 3 times.
well,
I want the guide who took it once. I want to go with that guy.
Yeah. But they'll, the people. It's a panel. You got to sit in front of this panel,
Oh, yeah.
and they'll try to mess you up. And if you leave one little detail out, if you say north instead of magnetic north or something like that, they'll get you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's important. It's important. Yeah, I found a
Oh, it
good.
is, yeah.
Did I show you that YouTube channel, 3 Minutes with a Main Guide?
Oh yeah, I see that once in a while.
That's a good one. Is that the same kind of guide service, or is it just specifically for kayaks?
That I think it's for kayaks. I think it's for kayaking.
But you can't like be a main
think-
guide. It's just specifically.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's for kayaks. Yeah. Kayaking guide. Yeah.
Well, it's quite an environment. As you were telling me, like people who got lost in the fog and never found again.
Yeah.
I mean, that can happen. Well,
Well, the
kind of crazy.
squalls. You hear those stories about the squalls that come up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that can happen. Be a beautiful day, beautiful sunny day. All of a sudden, there's 5-foot waves, and it's huge squall coming in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the self-rescuing and rolling that you think you can do is like you're going to roll and get knocked over again. You're going to roll and get knocked over again until you're just too exhausted to do anything.
Yeah.
Just roll with it.
Well,
Yeah.
there's ways, there's ways to deal with that
I
stuff.
almost got
You
hit
gotta
by
be really
a
experienced,
ocean liner
What?
on Frenchman's
If you
Bay
take
on
up-
a kayak.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't quite get out of its way.
Almost got hit by
No.
a speedboat on Echo Lake.
I was going to go left, and I kept going left, but it seemed like it kept coming left and coming left, and I thought about going right,
Mhm.
but I was already too committed to going left, and I just missed it, and they weren't going to see me, and
Right. Wow.
it was a little crazy little thing.
Mm-hmm. Near-death experience at sea.
Yes,
Yes.
near-death experience
Yeah.
at sea.
That happens.
Yes.
The thing up down there, down east in Maine, it's mostly lobster boats and sailboats. There's not a lot of speedboats up there.
Right.
When you get down that far, it's
Right.
like as opposed to like Old Orchard Beach, man. You do not want to kayak off Old Orchard Beach. You'll get run over so fast it'll make your fucking head spin.
Well, people do. I mean, I see it, but
Oh yeah, they do.
people do the
Yeah.
the parasailing, the paraboarding.
That's nuts. That's
paraboarding
fucking-
on the
Yeah.
the surfboard.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the-
I'm
yeah.
just at the mercy of fucking nature, man.
And it seems like wild sport. I had
Yeah.
no idea, how much money they have invested in these things, but it just seems incredible the way they shoot off the waves and do flips and
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful. Looks like
I was driving down the
That's
Pacific
not his first day.
Yeah, no.
I was driving down the Pacific Coast Highway, and I came around the corner of this mountain, and I see all these kites just going back and forth. Like, wow, look at that! I come around the corner again, and it's all these guys on these boards, and I just stop and watch them for a while because they were wild, doing flips and everything, and they hit a wave and they go up in the air and they do some crazy thing, and the other guy has to do it and or do it better or whatever. And it was wild. Looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's just those flat boards they
Beach
go
boy
out on,
fun.
Yeah. It's quite fun.
Those take a lot of balance, man. Those flat boards everybody's using these days.
Yeah.
What do they call those? It's just
It looks like a.
There's no sailing.
It looks like a. The ones I saw, they look like they're strapped to their feet. It looks like a snowboard.
Yeah, it's about the
Yeah,
size
they
too,
just-
or
they
maybe
just
just
split
a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's wild. They're going fast too. They're zooming.
yeah, they got a big long paddle, they just paddle
Oh,
along.
Oh no,
It's
that's
just
not. That's
It's a different sort of thing.
Oh yeah, just a paddle board. Yeah, just paddle boards.
It's like
Oh,
with a kite.
they're
It's
really
like
popular.
a kite parachute that's
Oh no, I know
providing
what
the
you guys are
momentum,
talking about. I was just saying.
and their
I
feet
know what you
are
guys are
locked
talking
into
about.
a board, and they're surfing on the
Yeah.
waves, and the parasail is taking them along as a
Yeah, I know what you guys are talking about. I was just adding that this paddleboard thing is really really popular up here.
yeah.
I don't know about down there, but It's just,
Oh, yeah.
people are they just go way out in these things, you know. I mean, they may have an ankle, like a leash around their ankle so they
Yeah.
don't lose the board, but they're not like strapped in or anything. They're just standing on these things. It's just balance, you know.
Yeah.
And they got this big long pole. They're just paddling, you know. I've seen people fall off the back of those, man. Just, oh, you know.
Yeah, as you fall off, you shoot the board forward, so you better be strapped to it.
Right.
Anyway.
I saw a guy. I was going across was it the Newport Bridge or the Jamestown Bridge? It was one of the bridges. I think it was Newport. And there was a guy with a sail. It was like a paddleboard, but it had a sail on it.
Yeah.
And it was a windy day, and he was zooming along. And so I kind of slowed down to keep up with him to see if I could see how fast he was going. He was going about 50 miles an hour. Just
Wow.
zooming across the bay. Yeah, it was a good windy day, you know. He was flying. It was just like a paddleboard, but it had a sail on it.
Yeah, I spent the whole afternoon trying to get that sail up. I mean, I can stand on the board, but when you lift that sail up, it's when I lose all balance. I spent the whole afternoon trying to do it, and I couldn't quite get it. But that's all I could afford as far as the experience went.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's too bad.
I give those guys a lot of credit. They can do something like that.
Hey, Mike, remember that afternoon when I had the pieces of the Mako and we were on the ocean? We were surfing, and we kept once we lost it, like halfway to England before we could. Oh, fuck! Right? Remember we lost. I had
It
three
just
pieces,
blew away so fast.
and then we were waiting forever for your brother to fucking finish his surfboard, which he never did. I used to go over there and see how he was doing. He was just drinking around it. He never fucking did it. You know, is it done? Is it done? That was the only time I ever did that. That was fun until we lost the styrofoam. Yeah, you just grab it, and ride a wave in. Yeah, fucking charging the beach. That was great. But then we let go of it, and the wind just took it. You know, it's like it's already halfway out the bay. You just got, okay, bye.
That's why you got to have a tether.
Yeah.
Some sort. Yeah.
Yeah. Friend of mine
like to
fell off
try
a kayak in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he went to get his paddle, and he turned around, no strap, and his kayak is out of reach. Now he's like, he was treading water. He almost died. Some guy came by finally with one of those surfboards with a sail on it, and he stopped. He says, "Hey, you want to ride in?" He goes, "Yeah." And the guy's like, "Yeah, dude, what up?" Yeah, right. So anyway, so he was hanging on to it. He says, and the guy goes, "Look out for sharks." So he says that, you know, he's rescuing them, but Jesus, right? So he gets to the beach, right? His kayak's there, right? Everybody's just sitting there. There's an empty kayak. Nobody's doing shit. So he shows up and goes, "Oh, wow, that's yours?" Right? So anyway, so this has been all afternoon. They've been staring at this kayak with no, just, fuck. That's life in Hawaii. You're on your own.
Lucky man.
Yeah, he is lucky.
Could have ended really badly for him.
Yeah. He was out there hours. He went to get his paddle. He turned around. His kayak is gone. It's like dot. Whoops.
That's why you want to learn to roll so you don't have to leave your kayak.
Maybe not smoke Maui Wowie.
Yes.
And then go kayaking. That's just like
all that rough water when the squalls come up. That's when you really need an Eskimo paddle. A Greenland paddle. You can plane in the water and keep your balance. Rather than having to roll all the time. That's what they're really good. That's what they're really good for. Is that planing through the water.
I had that kayak you had up in Unity. It had that flat bottom. It didn't have a keel. It was for like a river, right? And I was trying to cross the lake, and I couldn't. I'd get to a certain speed, and it just stopped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
You
fuck,
really gotta...
right? And then and the wind was in my face, so I was just trying to for a lot of it, I was just maintaining my position, not advancing, but not going backwards.
Yeah.
That was a bitch because it had no keel. It was just flat.
Yeah.
It was funny. If I went too fast, I'd start. No.
So I was looking at my kayak yesterday, and the rim that you.
So you get it.
I remember giving up.
The rim that you hook your spray skirt to, it's got some rod on it. I have to remake it. Yeah, it's about time for a new skin anyway. So I have to. Hopefully this summer I can get to it. I was checking it out yesterday. I haven't been out in it yet this year. I've been out in my canoe a lot, but not in that kayak.
What kind of was that?
The rim is oak, white oak.
Do you put like a tongue oil on it every year?
I put that 2-part epoxy, 2-part whatever urethane. It was coated in.
I know with the hornbeck, they tell you to put the tongue. That's the cherry wood. You put tongue oil on it like on a yearly basis.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, the rule of thumb with furniture is once a day for a week, once a week for a month, and once a year after that. For an oil
Makes
finish.
sense. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes, if you have a garage, that doesn't work in an apartment.
Yeah.
In your bedroom,
I made a
tent.
tent. I made a tent to work under when I put the skin on and I coated my skin on my kayak. I made a tent so that wouldn't, stuff wouldn't get,
Wise.
Well, I thought about you this past week when I was under the deck. I thought about apartment living, and there was like one Sunday I spent on a toilet, had my hands in the toilet, working on the toilet, changing the mechanism of the toilet, and I was thinking, man, if I could call the apartment manager, I could just come over and fix it. And then I was under the deck, my knees in the mud, and scraping my knuckles, putting up stub rights, trying to support, jack the deck up and whatnot.
Yep.
And I was thinking, boy, good old Dave doesn't have to worry about this. He can just call
made
the
me snap?
apartment manager.
A piece of shit landed on my lip.
Yeah,
I was working out underneath.
yeah.
Yeah, the trap under the toilet, right?
Yeah.
It came down, right, just suddenly, and there was a piece of shit on my lip. There was a piece of shit on my lip. There was a piece of shit. I ran up to my wife and says, we're selling this fucking place, right? That's it. I said,
You've been talking shit ever since.
Yeah. It's gone. That's
good
it.
old shit lip.
I flushed
Shit
this
lip.
shit already.
Old shit
Now
lip.
it's on my lip.
Shit lip Stenberg.
Shit lip.
Oh, great.
That's your new name. Oh shit lip.
Yeah, shit.
You know, I could edit this any way I
Don't you give me
want.
that shit lip. Don't you give me that shit lip.
Be kind to the editor. You'll be
Honey,
viral.
give me a kiss.
I'll put you on Tickety Talk.
Oh.
Tickety tock.
Tickety Talk. They'll dox you.
Yeah, you're showing me that TikTok of that. What was that? That woman preparing. I don't know, preparing something, but she had a very nice top on and whatnot and stuff. And since I've been watching all these videos of these, they have these like Asian street vendors, and they're very provocative outfits preparing street food.
Street food.
And it's really quite a little thing there, I guess. There's a whole bunch of...
Makes you hungry, don't it?
It's very entertaining.
It is very. It is. It's the shit. Yeah.
Put Mike in there.
Watched the
food.
story. Watched the story on YouTube of this family
Mike
that,
just
that tried to
teleport out
sail
his,
around the world.
You want to get a space tea.
Space tea. What was that, Mike?
I watched this YouTube of this family that attempted to sail around the world in the 70s. Did you see that?
Like
Pretty wild, man.
a blonde-haired girl who's kind of young. They got dropped off in like New Zealand. Is that the one?
Yeah. No. They dropped her off in the Caribbean. One of the daughters fell in love with a guy in the Caribbean, and then
Oh, wow.
they went through they continued on through the canal, and they got past the Galapagos. There was about 6 of them on this sailing yacht, and they were a family. But they picked up 1 or 2 other people that wanted to go on the adventure. Nobody knew much about sailing, though, right?
Wow.
They were learning.
Oh,
So they got
God.
200 miles west of the Galapagos, and they struck something in the middle of the ocean. 3 times in a row. It's like he said. He described it like hitting land going full speed, right?
Wow.
But there wasn't any land out there. It was a family of killer whales, and the male whale attacked the boat and damaged the boat, and
Did they eat
ended
any
up
of
sinking,
the
you know?
passengers?
Is that the video
What's
you
that?
sent?
Did they
Yeah.
eat any of the passengers?
No, they had a big rubber raft and a little dinghy. So they as, you know, as they realized, you know, the guy's a great storyteller. He's like our age, you know, and he was 18 at the time, or 20, and he was, you know, their son, and he was describing how, you know, they were all in shock when the boat was sinking, and how they, you know, he was the muscle of the bunch, and he had to set the, you know, get the raft out, and they all got in the raft, and here they are, you know, and then the winds are taking them, you know, west, right? And how they figure out and what they have to do, and they spent 37 days at sea.
Wow, 37 days.
But
did they eat
yeah,
each other?
and
Or did they have to eat each other?
now they were eating turtles, believe it or not. Like turtles would go by the raft and they'd grab these like 30-pound turtles and cut them up and dry the meat, and then sleeping in rain, you know, the raft would fill up with rain, and you know, they'd almost die from thirst, and then they'd be in this, you know, tremendous rainstorm, and they're not sleeping in rain really, you know, because if you fall asleep your head falls into the water. And 37 days of that, man. And then they finally get picked up by this Japanese ship, you know.
Wow.
And they had a few flares, and there was one ship that went by and it was setting off some flares, but the ship didn't see him. And the guy describes how that feels, you know, when you see a ship go by and you're starving and you're, you know, exposed out there in this little tiny raft. Finally, the raft gives out, and they all 6 of them have to get in this 3-man dinghy, right? And with all their stuff, you know, their food and their water, their turtle, you know, and so
And the
it's like,
turtles.
Oh, yeah.
that's how they survived. They grabbed
Yeah.
turtles would go by the boat and they'd pull them in the boat.
What if they
That's what they
lashed a
ate.
rope to him? If they would have paddled him to shore, you know, the turtle
Yeah,
was
right, maybe.
heading towards a beach because there was a rope on his
Yeah.
leg. So you know, fucking just get a couple
I
of
read
them.
a
The
book.
next one tied out. Now you got a 2 turtle horsepower, 2 turtle power fucking raft, man.
So when they finally got,
leading
they
you out
finally,
deeper into
they finally
sea.
saw this
you know,
this
Going the wrong
Japanese
way.
ship, right?
Stupid turtle.
Damn turtles.
Fucking
God,
turtles, man.
Like,
Always going the
They
wrong
finally
way.
saw
No
this
wonder they got
Japanese
eaten.
ship. And they said when they
That what they
were
deserve.
about a mile away,
They're
right?
stupid.
And they set off a flare, their last flare, and they could tell that it changed course. So they were really hoping it was going to pick them up.
So they got picked up by a
so it came
boat.
with
No, they got robbed.
Japanese
They
ship,
took the
right?
valuables and
So
then
they,
shot at them.
Robbed, raped, and eaten.
They were pirates. Oh no!
the guy described as he threw this rope to him, right? He had the rope in his hand, you know. After like 37 days at sea, he's got this rope in his hand, and he didn't want to let it go, you know. And there was nothing to tie it to. He wasn't going to let it go. And he describes all this great. You got to listen to this. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I
It's
like
part
to
of
read
this.
stories of survival like that. It's you
Yeah.
never know. It could be you. You know.
It was
But what was
Someday-
interesting when they finally climbed up into the boat, they wanted to bring their dinghy up in, right, and because it had their food in it, right, and their water, and the guy on the boat says, "No, we got food here. We got food on this boat." And they were like, "No, we need that food," you know. And so
Yeah,
they pulled the
it's that
dinghy and their
survival
food up.
mindset. Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well, dingy, must dingy no.
Rotten turtle meat.
Dingy.
Oh, must.
Why are they taking me dingy?
One of the things they had was the mother's
Mike-
torn kid.
That's okay,
It was the
dingy.
mother's
Tepid,
father.
polluted drinking
And,
water.
My urine, my urine,
And,
my survival
so
urine.
they were all naked, right? So the mother was like, she had
Ooh,
this plan
naked.
too that
Yeah,
they get
so
rescued.
they had a
She had made
wicked
these little
sunburn on her
cloths that they were
nutsack,
all going to
yeah.
wear. Right? They were all going to wear
Really?
because
Did they eat
Cloth?
their clothes? Or what happened
yeah,
to their
they lost
clothes?
their- I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all
Mike.
fun and games until the
What?
orgy's
I
over, you know,
know.
and then it's like, oh, what are we gonna use to protect our skin?
And that's just when they're gonna rescue. Oh yeah, now somebody shows up. And you know how to get rescued? Start an orgy. Boat will always
Pretty
show up.
amazing story though.
Oh, I know. I love stories like that. You know, you never know what can happen. You find yourself in
Brutal,
that
man.
situation.
Millions of stories like
I
that.
could find myself. You know, I was sitting under the deck, and if this deck collapses further, there's nobody home but me. You know, and I'll be under this deck, and I'll have no phone in my hand, and I'll just be sitting there.
Well, don't do that.
As
Then.
my life just kind of creeps out of
Why
my
don't you just
body.
rent an
and-
excavator or something? One of them little mini fuckers.
You'll be
Oh,
on.
man, keep
You'll be
on
on
running.
that show, A Thousand Ways
You
to
have to
Die.
get underneath it to lift it up.
I use that excavator
Jack
to
the
tear it
thing
away
up.
from the. Oh, I just.
I love it, man.
Demolish.
You'll be.
He always he tried
You'll
to
be on-
rescue me a couple of times. He spent a beautiful day out just like scraping your knuckles on some stupid project when you could be enjoying yourself,
Yeah.
like drinking on the beach or something.
You're gonna be
like
dead a
that.
long
And
time.
Here I was just enjoying myself, you know,
There I was.
suffering as the working class are meant to. You know, I guess it's just
See, Mike.
every day.
Mike. Mike. What we're looking at is two completely different philosophies of life right here. Sitting
What
next
is
to
that?
each
What
other.
is what is so different about your philosophy of life?
Not my philosophy. Your
No,
two
You
philosophies.
and Dave.
Like what?
You and Dave.
I don't understand.
Dave's
You
over
know,
there
It's
working. Dave's like, God,
One guy fixes it. The other guy pays the man.
yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I just pay a flat rate. I just want to know what it's going to cost this month. That's all. There's no surprises, you know. There's none. Just rent. This is what it costs. This is what it's costs. Everything's included except electric. I get like 5 light bulbs, so that's not even a hardship.
I know the wife is looking at that type of convenience in the future. She keeps hinting around, you know, it's going to be like this someday. We're going to be living someplace where we don't have to worry about maintenance of any kind, and we can just live in
American
some
dream.
1-bedroom, you know, condo
2-bedroom.
somewhere or something,
Two. You know, a little bit of makeup.
and not
It's the
have to
American
worry
dream.
about have one car, you know, like kind of downsize completely.
Oh,
and-
I got a beer. I got a beer. You see my thing? It's a $3,000. It's
I saw it out
it's
there.
18 years old. 18-year-old Honda. I fucking love it. It's like a fucking go-kart that I never got. I always wanted one when I was a kid. I swear to God, this thing's like that. It just runs, right? It's like a whoa, baby. I'm gonna hang on to the brake. It just wants to fly.
I just bought a 25-year-old Toyota Camry
Yeah. Yeah.
for my son.
Yeah.
Thing looks ancient. It's got like over 200,000 miles on it.
It's got another 200 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Downsize, man. Well, they're gone. So, Dave, I don't know what they're gone.
Oh, they're back.
Oh,
They're not really gone. They're just.
I thought they just said, forget about it. Forget about
So
it.
did
Hey,
you get his
Mike,
license?
are you working today?
what?
Mike, are you working today?
No, I got to fix my lawnmower.
Look,
Well, he's going to top that off to you, all right?
Dave made you this wonderful thing.
I don't know if
that,
it's wonderful, but it's
I'm gonna
kind
bring
of
it by
okay.
your house later on.
All right, great.
This thing is awesome, and I can't wait to use it. But he made both of us
Thank you.
identical Linux laptops, and
So, do you know how to turn it on and all?
well, I don't know. I have to watch some YouTube videos about that.
But you got to turn it on first so you can watch the YouTube videos. Oh, no.
No,
Look
it's
at it
very
on the-
easy.
yeah,
It's
on the
absolutely
computer.
easy. It's you'll not notice much
It
of a
was-
difference.
It was made for children.
Yes, it's very easy to.
As a matter of fact, children had it. They're
yes,
like
they're
rubber.
all school issued.
Did they
Yeah,
have?
yeah.
Did they have?
These
Linux?
are the ones the children managed not to destroy.
Yes.
Did they have
That's the
Linux?
new catch-22. That's the new catch-22. You got to know how to turn it on in order to fix it.
That's right.
In order to work it, you got to know how. You got to be on. It's got to be working, so you know how to work it.
Exactly.
I had a motherboard with a CD once, and I had no computer. I was trying to build it, but no manual. It's a CD. I said, "What the fuck? I gotta get the thing running before I can see how to make it run."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. I said, "Oh, great! This is when optical
Hey, George.
drives are brand new. Everybody
I remember
Hey George,
the
when are you
days.
going to?
save money on.
When are you
paper,
going to
just
Oob?
do this."
George, when are you going to OOB?
4th. I'll be there
You'll have to,
3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Are you gonna? Is that on a Saturday?
I don't know. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter what day it is when you're there. So.
Well, no, I was going to say if it is, you should be on the podcast from there so we can see it.
Oh, well, I was last year. Remember, I was.
We're doing.
Yeah, it was remote.
Was it?
Yeah,
George was on the remote.
I was on.
He
Yeah,
snuck away, and his family found him, and he
Wednesday,
had to go.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I'm going to
Wednesday,
see it from the
Thursday, Friday.
beach.
What'd you call it? Trinket Land or some fucking thing?
well, yeah, because
Let's
you know
do
there's
some beach.
trinket. Oh, you're talking about when I
You
was
had
in
this
Kennebunkport.
big-
Yeah,
yeah, what-
it's like you know they got all. There's nothing here but all these trinketry shops.
Yeah.
You know, you go look at merch all day.
Trinketry.
It's fucking awful. I hate it.
That's the word.
You know, trinketry.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's my father's.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
It's mine now, so I
Trinketry.
just remember
it's
it.
insane, you know.
Trinket.
It's like I can't take it. I don't even want to look at any. I don't want to go to shops and look at shit. You know, I don't want to. It's got the beach here. You know, I want a beverage in my hand. I want flip flops on my feet. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I don't care what day it is. That's all I want. You know, if there's a podcast, then I'll do the podcast there. I don't care. That's all I care.
I can't believe I'm buying seashells at the seashore.
Yeah. You know, you want? I'm not gonna give.
Am I buying a seashell
in
here?
a restaurant. Like no, like
I want to see
I
the
want to be
yellow
puking up
banana.
beer fries and Red Bull. I mean, puking up red fries and
Yeah. For the seagulls.
yeah.
They gotta eat too.
I want to see the banana
Have
thumbs
some
and the nipple
fries.
thumbs.
Yes, I want to oil myself up, put
Oh,
on my banana sling, and I want to just strut up and down the beach with my gold nipple rings that I just put in. I just want to be promenading up and down the beach. And it's great. My big
I see
fancy
that, man.
hat.
I gotta see that.
nipple
Gotta see
rings.
There's this guy up there. Every year I go. Doesn't matter if I'm spending it
He's
on.
got that gun, right? He's like, come on, let me
Yeah.
nipple your nipple.
Right, he has like these like big gold nipple rings. He's in a banana sling. He's shaved completely.
Just
He's oiled up. He's got this big hat, and
And
it
he's
doesn't matter
outside.
if I'm staying at Pine Point or the Old Orchard Beach End. He's just like strutting that beach every day.
oh,
you
you
know,
have
in a
got to
banana
get
sling.
some.
If I see him, I'll take pics and stuff like this.
You can
when
hunt
he's
them. That would be
there,
the podcast.
you know.
Go out in search of the guy with the nipple rings.
And the guy's got to be like 70 years old,
Oh.
too.
It's getting better every minute. You must do this now. Now, we'll just,
I am that guy.
oh,
No, I don't.
You are not that guy.
oh,
Gold chain. Good
No,
chain.
So, I don't know.
Hey, man.
Oh.
Whatever floats your boat, dude.
The what?
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, whatever floats. Yeah. Floating my boat. It's not
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
for 3 days with flip-flops and a cold beverage.
with trinketry.
And I don't want to look at the trinketry. Just send the family off to go look at merch all day, you know. Who cares? It just,
Man,
I need a T-shirt.
I don't need
I
anything.
thought
Need a
we'd be
t-shirt.
done with that kind of thing when we got like online shopping, but no. People got to go shopping. Let's go to Newport so we can go shopping.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Let's go
That's
online.
all they have there now is overpriced, mediocre restaurants and fucking trinketry shops. and
Trinketry.
stuff. You go look at merch all day, like, what the fuck? Wasn't that fancy? Boats out on a friggin' dock, you know? And you got vampires lurking in mansions, you know? Fucking robber baron vampires. Get me the fuck out of this town. I hate it.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't like the fucking places. Like, yeah, the ones that are really
Yeah, let's
tourist
spend your
traps are
spend
the
your
worst.
your only vacation this
So
year
tacky.
doing that. Like that's what you do for your vacation.
Yeah. Oh.
They were great settings for a Stephen King novel. You know,
Uh,
the beach community, and it's all the regulars have gone. All the tourists have gone home, and now it's just us in this creepy town
the-
for the winter.
It's the best time to go to Old Orchard Beach is in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's best
Yeah.
time to go anywhere.
It's nice, but I like going in the water. The water's fine for me. I
Why,
like
you can't
the
go to the
beach.
water in the winter?
I like watching the
Wear a
sunrise on the
wetsuit.
beach
You can actually get away with it.
and just a pair of shorts and
And your
I think
nipple rings.
and my nipple rings and my
fucking oil.
and all oiled down,
Oiled up. Oiled
water
up.
up to my banana sling.
Yes. All my chrome is shined up. Shiny chrome. Look at that shiny chrome on me.
Oh man,
I lost my appetite like 10 minutes ago, man.
No, why not? You know, what they say? You protest too much.
he thinks that thou protests too much.
That's it.
But you can't. They don't allow you to drink on the beach, though, right?
No, they don't.
Oh,
but,
that's just.
if you have, you can bring your coffee down to the beach.
That's right. That's right. And
you
just
got
dump your booze
you got
in a
one to
Gatorade
share?
bottle, and you're good.
That's right.
And you just pee in one, and you drink out of the other one.
No,
Yeah, don't get
do
confused.
you?
You're confused. Huh?
No, I get club soda and vodka. You fill your cooler up with ice, and you just scoop out. Pour club soda in there, but you put a little vodka on the bottom of it, and that's an all-day drinking at the beach drink.
If you see me in the ocean, I'm going to the bathroom.
Yes, that's right. Get up, go.
Can you imagine the amount of urine in Old Orchard Beach?
Like,
in the
how about
summer?
like
Yeah.
a whale, like a blue whale, just how much urine he just offloads
Right.
in once
You got
one squeeze? Yeah, it's fucking,
you got countless trillions of organisms all peeing and shitting
Yeah.
in the same.
like a blue whale though. It's like a lake, a lake full
If you were to see,
worth.
if you were to
Going on
see
in
Old
the air.
Orchard,
full of lake with
if you were to see Old
blue
Orchard
whale
Beach
urine.
from above in the summer, if you were to see Old Orchard Beach from above in the summer, there'd be this ring of yellow green around the edge.
You can get that. You can get pictures of that. Lake Tahoe looks like that now. It broke my heart. I looked at it. It used to be crystal clear. Like, it was just beautiful. Unfucking believable. Now there's like all this like algae in it. Yeah, I saw a satellite image. I was like, oh, look at this shit, man. It's not
You
everywhere.
know, this
but
ain't algae. This is people's
just-
urine.
Urine.
it's where,
just
yeah,
urine.
it's where the casinos are on Lake Tahoe. There's all this green shit, you know.
And a couple brown plops here and there.
That's it.
Those lazy fuckers that don't want to go back in the motel. Unload in the water.
Yes, I know. So it can mix with the
Limited
countless
sewage.
trillions of other organisms that are pissing and shitting in the ocean.
Well, I see
Or
it, but
you
they're
ever
also
swallow
doing that all around you
ocean?
right now.
That's why it's so salty.
Ugh.
Old shit lip, they call you after that going in there.
Jesus Christ.
You come out of the water with a piece of it on you.
Yep. Oh well.
It's a crab.
Small
No.
price to pay, ladies and gentlemen. Small price to pay.
That's a large price right there. It's a large price.
Large for some, large for small men, small for large men, I guess.
Oh, holy shit. He's been burned.
The Shit Lip Podcast. Talking shit.
Hey,
Shots
where
fired.
would we be if we couldn't talk
Ooh.
shit to each other, man? Where would we be? We'd just be
Who knows?
four
We'd be
old
fucked.
pasty face old farts.
At the end of our road.
Real friends talk shit right to each other.
That's right.
Yeah, fuck all you guys.
Yes. Suck it hard.
Taking it out in the OOB, baby.
That's right. I know.
Oh, man. I hope you have a great time. Hope you have a great time, though.
Thank you. Usually do. It's usually the weather. The weather's usually get like 1 day out of 3. That's not too bad. Usually rains a lot the last few years at time. So I'll be just, I don't know. But it's like one of the only real trips that I go on these days. They're the only ones I can afford these days, and even that's expensive. Every year, it's an extra $100 a night for the motel we stay in, and the price keeps going up and up and up. And
Every year.
so
Wow.
Was he one of them bed and breakfasts?
B&B things.
Yeah, just the little spy cameras watching you do it with your wife. Fucking
Cost of
B&B, man.
Tinkertree.
He wants to see that.
The rising cost of Tinkertree.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they'll get
Right,
pissed.
boys.
Rising.
Nice
Go
seeing
buy
you.
some merch.
You guys, man.